Okay, I'm gonna do the second episode of building the air cleaner, and the last one got out of control a little bit, and it ran a little long, but hopefully it explained a lot of this stuff to you. Now, I got the aluminum cut out for the air cleaner, and what I did, well, let's start with this. So this is the face of the air cleaner. So this is all drilled and tapped, and then the piece behind it will get cut out with the same openings as this, and then the screen will get sandwiched between them. So all these holes are drilled and threaded with 1024s. So this piece here was the one that was a lot of work, because getting these openings cut with a right angle or die grinder with a cutoff wheel. But what I did is I basically, wherever there was a corner for the openings, I drilled a 3/4 inch hole. So I don't know why I grabbed this, because it doesn't work to explain it. So each one of these is a 3/4 inch hole. This one here, I just used a 3/8 because once this hole was cut out, you wouldn't have enough to grab. So at that point, then you're just connecting the dots, but it's still not easy. And then you dress it with a file, and and you basically shape it to get it, get everything looking somewhat consistent. I had one slip up in there. You can kind of see it. I can mess with that, but in reality, it's going to be down so low. This bike is really low, so once somebody's bent over that far to point out your flaw, they're in a perfect position to just put a boot right up their ass. So I was going to buy the screen for this, but at the hardware store this morning, it was like $2.50 an inch, and I didn't have enough money. But I do have this screen. This isn't fine enough, but basically oops. You can kind of get the idea of what it'll look like. So it should look nice. Then I cut the strap here. So what I'll do is I'll put this in the slip roller, and I'll start shaping it to go around this thing. And so then there will be a seam at the bottom here. I still have to mount the coupler on the back before I do that, because you want to drill all your holes and get all that taken care of beforehand, so that way you don't have any debris inside the air cleaner when it's all done that you have to try and blow out of there. Now what I did here is I ran Ready Rod, and I have these coupler nuts in here, and so this thing's like a guitar, you know, it's perfectly at a 90 all the way around it. So when you go to wrap it, it'll be nice and consistent all the way around. So once I get all this locked down, it'll have 4 holes in here that are on the back side of the air cleaner. And so I'll just weld those up real quick once the wrap's on. And so you can make them disappear. Oh, excuse me. This is all this work that you go into to make this and do all your prep work correctly. The last thing you want to do is weld on the strap that goes around the outside. It's a little bit frustrating because there's the possibility that everything will go wrong. And so then all this prep work you've done is just out the window. But all the prep work being done, while you can take it apart, clamp it to the table and hold it and file it and what have you, it makes the finished product come out hopefully as close to perfect as you can, because what your goal is should always be is when people look at it, they go, holy crap, how did he make that so nice? Well, if you follow the right steps and prepare properly, your payoff is in the perfection of how it looks when it's done. And with the welds and everything on it, you can see that, okay, somebody actually put their hands on this and made it, and then it turned out beautiful. So that's the payoff. There's probably going to be, I don't know, there could be up to 25 hours into this little air cleaner. And so it's like, well, why put that much time into something? But I don't know, I guess time's free. All right, I'll keep this one shorter.